Matt Ryan, a former MVP, stopping by for a visit, it certainly has a lot there to do with lifting up their spirits. And again, on their off day, and they're doing it. So that's awesome.
Thanks for sharing those stories continuously. Just to, let us know what all the teams are doing, all the individuals doing across the league to make their communities a better place. Thank you so much, Will. We'll talk to you in a bit. The Cowboys have a big one this weekend. And Zeke Elliott, he's taken a bit of a leadership role in his third season with the Cowboys. Our own Jane Slater explains.
Thanks, Kay. Well, after admitting that he was a little banged up on Sunday after that win over the Lions, Ezekiel Elliott was a full go in practice on Wednesday. He says you don't have a lot of time to be sore in the NFL. And you know what? He had quite a day. He had 240 scrimmage yards plus that touchdown and 25 carries. I asked him if he'd be able to continue to have that sort of workload this season, and his response to me was, he's young, he's got fresh legs, and he wants the ball as much as he can get it. The other thing that we saw him shoulder besides the offense was that leadership role on Sunday. Saw something I haven't ever quite seen from Zeke ahead of that game, and that was him delivering a passionate pre-game speech to his teammates. That's something that Des Bryant or Jason Witten might have done in the past, or Sean Lee, who happened to be hurt. He says he's not typically a raw guy, but felt like that game was a turning point and he needed to step up. I will tell you, it was well received by his teammates. Kay, back to you.
Great stuff from Jane Slater, as always. So this game is literally a Texas showdown. Both NFL teams from Texas going head-to-head. The question is, a fill in the blank, if you would. Okay. The outcome of this game is determined by what?
It's by the play of Deshaun Watson. You know, last year he took the league by storm, and this year going into the season, I said that he's going to be my dark horse for the MVP. Didn't really start the season off the way that they wanted. Maybe there's a little bit of rust, him trying to knock off, but he looked good this past weekend, and he moved around well, got the ball out of his hands. Our guy, Dan Orlovsky, he tweeted during this game, he said, where's all the what's wrong with Deshaun Watson people now? And I love that tweet because there are people in the first part of the season, see, I told you. Last year, it was just an anomaly. It was an outlier for this team, that offense, for that player.
They figured him out, Nate.
Yeah, they figured him out. No. Supreme talent always rises to the top. And what you're going to see is the guys around him, their talent start to show up even more. DeAndre Hopkins, one of the best receivers in the game. Will Fuller, who's just fantastically fast. And when he makes plays in this offense, it's better when Deshaun Watson's at quarterback. For some reason, everybody else around him starts to make plays. So I'm looking for Deshaun Watson to step up big in those wide receivers too.
I want to know who wants the spotlight. Sunday night game, Michaels and Collinsworth. I don't think the Houston Texans are on prime time all that often this year. This is a big game, and I want to see if it's going to be DeAndre Hopkins, if it's going to be Jadeveon Clowney, or if it's going to be Dak and Zeke saying, you know what? We're here. A win for the Cowboys puts them at 3-2 in a very competitive NFC East, and they've got several big games coming up. I want to see which one of these young stars in the league, guys that we've hyped for a long time, steps up, grabs that torch, and says, I'm the guy that everyone's going to be talking about Monday morning.
I look at the opposite. I look at the guys. Who are the guys on the Cowboys who are going to make a play not named Prescott and Elliott? We saw Zeke with a 30-something yard catch downfield. That's not sustainable. That's not what they do. That was a great moment, but they need somebody. Give me Hearns. Give me Swaim. Give me anybody other than Dak and Zeke making a big Gallup.
To me, it comes down to the fact that Dak and Deshaun Watson, they're both top fives as far as most sacked quarterback is concerned. It's DeMarcus Lawrence, who leads the league in sacks, up against J.J. Watt, who leads the league in forced fumbles with 4. Watts, we were talking about Jadeveon Clowney. Watt's been pretty good. He's been great, actually, to start the season. It's going to come down to who can hit who in this one. It's a battle of those two guys. Okay, you guys can join the game day kickoff crew, though.